These two rich second-generation heirs are really off the rails. They're currently in the thick of a stealing competition. To them, their classmates' wallets, headphones, and tape recorders might as well be their own. These two master thieves are even swapping tips on their thieving techniques. The principal's fountain pen and prized paintings aren't safe from their sticky fingers either. To top it all off, their homes are veritable museums of ill-gotten gains. Audrey Hepburn's sunglasses, 19th century musical instruments, Charlie Chaplin's black-top hat, one-of-a-kind coats, and a diamond the size of an egg all top-shelf loot. But they're still not satisfied. After uncovering the principal's bribery racket, they've got their eyes on the principal's safe. Will they pull it off? By the way, today's story is anything but ordinary. Nano's attempt to teach humans a lesson this time has hit a major snag. This is a seriously thrilling stealing showdown. TK just makes a quick snatch, and his classmate's wallet is in his mitts. In the split second, Nano brushes past her classmate. She nabs a wallet too. When they open them up, TK's is empty, while Nano's is stuffed with cash. Round 1 goes to Nano without a hitch. The contest rolls on. TK sets his sights on his classmate's headphones. One moment they're on his classmate's neck, the next they're around TK's. Nano's in the middle of a dance. With a twirl of her skirt, she makes off with the tape recorder. Clearly, the headphones don't hold a candle to the recorder in terms of value. Nano takes this round too. Nano's got guts, she'll even pilfer from the teacher. While the teacher's chatting with TK, the test papers have already vanished into Nano's school bag. Nano's bravado makes TK look like an amateur. Nano even ribs TK, saying his stealing skills are so shoddy he must get caught all the time. TK shrugs it off. No biggie. I'm lightning fast. Never been nabbed. Tonight, TK is determined to show Nano his moves. The daughter of the great devil Satan actually steals things. The pair are decked out in black hoodies. They each swipe a bottle of drink and then hightail it to a corner to lay low. TK cracks open his drink and the bubbles go wild. Nano gives hers a shake too. They're having a ball. This time, Nano's grin is genuine, not the usual creepy smirk. What's TK's secret? How's he managed to get Nano, the daughter of Satan, to crack a real smile? Surprise, surprise. TK's a loaded, rich second-generation heir, but he's got a kooky habit. He's got a thing for stealing. He's not short on cash, but he just can't resist swiping whatever catches his eye. He's hooked on the rush of a successful heist. No shocker then that he's been booted from school again. His butler carts him off to a new school. When the principal gets wind that TK was expelled for thieving, he's not having any of it. This principal's as greedy as they come. He's on the take. The butler slips the principal a check, spinning it as a donation for school improvements. The principal balks a bit when he sees the figure. Before he can get a word out, the butler whips out a box of cash and says it's just for him. That does the trick. The principal's all smiles. Thanks to that, TK, the transfer student with a stealing problem, gets to stay. But not before he swipes one of the principal's fountain pens on his way out of the office. The classmates know his rep and give him a wide berth. Before long, Nano transfers into TK's class. She's intrigued by the loner TK, but the classmates clue her in TK's a troublemaker. He was kicked out of his last school for stealing. He's a bit of a spooky character. Nano doesn't see it. TK's up on the rooftop, fiddling with his latest stolen antique watch. Nano offers him some bread. He scoffs and gives Nano a hard time. Nano storms off in a huff. In a flash, the watch on TK's wrist is on Nano's. TK's gobsmacked. Nano mocks TK's sorry stealing skills. Then she pulls out the school motto from her bag and challenges TK to a proper stealing duel. TK takes the bait, eager to save face in front of his crush. These two students have got some serious nerve planning to steal from the principal. The principal's collection room is chock full of pricey artworks, and surveillance cameras are all over the place. TK is a bit squeamish about making a movie. Out comes Nano with her phone, and she zeroes in on the blind spots of each camera. Lo and behold, they spot a famous painting just outside the camera's line of sight. And just like that, they make off with the painting. Once the famous painting goes missing, the school orders a thorough check of every student. The teacher's first hunch is TK and hopes he'll fess up on his own. But when they rummage through TK's school bag, it's empty. The teacher then turns the spotlight on Nano and tries to spook her. Helping a pal stash stuff is a crime too. Nano plays it cool and looks all innocent. When the teacher pries open Nano's bulging school bag, a yellow balloon floats out and has the whole class in stitches. TK and Nano eyeball the painting. Nano tells TK her stolen goodies are way cooler. Then they head to Nano's secret lair. Nano, the daughter of the great devil Satan, is a master thief of the century. There's Audrey Hepburn's shades, a 19th century musical instrument, Charlie Chaplin's black top hat, a one-of-a-kind coat, and a diamond as big as an egg. Each piece is a stunner. Later, Nano tags along with TK to his pad to scope out his loot. TK's all alone in that swanky mansion. He's got a decent haul, too. The whole room's filled with his stolen treasures. Nano spots a photo of TK and his old man, but TK clams up about his father. Nano gets it. TK's thieving sprees are just a cry for his father's attention. All of a sudden, TK looks Nano dead in the eye and says,
ขอบคุณมากนะเรื่องที่เป็นเพื่อนกับเราไง
TK's always been a lone wolf without any mates. Then he adds, please don't vamoose. Nano's puzzled and asks, why do you think I'll split? TK wants Nano to give her word and holds out his pinky. Nano, used to the seedy side of human nature, can't quite meet TK's sincere gaze. She doesn't bite. But TK grabs Nano's hand and seals the deal, saying meekly,
สัญญาไม่ต้องรักษาก็ได้
To soothe TK, Nano says, I can bring your pops back. This principal's been on the take from parents all along. He says it's for sprucing up the school, but it all ends up in his own pocket and not a dime goes to the students. The dough's stashed in a combination lockbox behind the school motto in his office. Nano's itching to nab the cash and hands TK a book on cracking safes. TK hunkers down and studies. Since the famous painting got pinched, the cops have been tailing TK's every step. TK's spooked about getting nabbed and tries to talk Nano out of hitting the safe. Nano ain't having it and storms off. TK's scared of losing her and jumps in front. I'll tag along. But here's the deal.
ถ้าเธอโดนจับเธอโยนความผิดมาให้เรา
Nano's eyes get misty and she says, didn't we agree no sudden disappearances? TK says,
เรายกเลิกเพื่อเธอนะ
Nano's really touched. All this time, Nano's been playing up human desires, but TK's like a breath of fresh air. He cares about Nano, pure and simple. Gotta say, sincerity can knock you off your feet. Could the devil's daughter fall for a human? Well, Nano plants a smooch on TK. Nano's usually as cold as ice, but this time, TK's genuineness melts her heart. Under the pink sunset, it's all cozy. At night, they slink into the principal's office. Nano keeps watch for any unwanted visitors, while TK fiddles with the safe. Finally, TK cracks it open. But instead of cash, it's a bag of documents. Out of nowhere, a hand swoops in and grabs the documents, and the lights come on. Turns out the principal and the cops have been lying in wait for TK to walk right into the trap. The principal tells TK to get his dad to cough up the dough, and they'll call it square. TK ain't fazed and turns the tables, warning the principal that he's recorded everything. If it gets out, the principal's toast. Just then, Nano waltzes in with a computer. TK panics and jumps in front of Nano, telling everyone it's got nothing to do with her. But who'd have thought Nano hands the computer with the evidence right over to the principal? Never trust a word that comes out of the devil's daughter's mouth. Turns out it was Nano who tipped off the principal that TK was gonna hit the safe tonight. TK looks at Nano, all befuddled. Just then, someone strolls into the office. Nano even flashes a grin at TK. TK figures Nano's trying to get his old man to show up this way, but it's just the butler again. Nano's scheme's gone pear-shaped this time. TK, who's swiped a ton of stuff before, has never seen his father make an appearance. Same deal this time. The butler whips out a blank check and tells the principal to scribble down any amount. Looks like they're willing to shell out whatever it takes to make this whole mess go away. The principal's about to grab the check when TK snatches it first and barks at the butler.
ฝากบอกพ่อด้วยนะว่าเงินซื้อไม่ได้ทุกอย่าง
The principal tries to yank the check back. TK gets all hot under the collar, rips the check to shreds, and lands a punch on the principal. The principal hightails it to the phone and calls the cops. TK stares at Nano, feeling mighty let down, and then gets carted off to juvie by the police. Nano's a bit dazed herself. She starts to wonder if she's really screwed up. Fathers ought to make time for their kids. Before long, TK is out of juvie. The second he steps out, he spots his father waiting to take him home. TK's been dying to see his father, but he still puts on a tough front.
มาทำไมผมไม่ได้อยากเจอพ่อผมไม่ได้อยากได้เงินของพ่อ
His father knows his MO and says,
จะแกเห็นว่าแกอยู่เองได้
Then both of them turn to leave. His father can't help but look back and say,
ดูแลตัวเองด้วยนะลูก
That does it. TK's defenses come crashing down. He throws his arms around his father and bawls his eyes out. Once TK gets home, he's still all alone in that big, empty house. He keeps thinking about the time he spent with Nano, like a movie playing on a loop in his head. TK then heads to Nano's secret hideout and stands in front of the painting they swiped together. Nano pops up and says to TK,
งั้นโนก็ต้องขโมย TK ให้หายจากพ่อก่อน
in other words, his father's gotta feel what it's like to not have a son like him around to start treasuring him. TK gets what Nano's driving at. He's got a hunch that Nano's about to split and says to her, Nano doesn't utter a word. Her eyes are all red. She fades away into the night. This is episode 8 of Girl from Nowhere. Human nature is a real head-scratcher. Nano dishes out punishment to bad guys every day and is used to the seedy side of human nature. But she can also be touched by those rare acts of kindness and genuine hearts. Okay, that wraps up this episode. Folks who dig Nano, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.